Thank you very much again for joining us. My name is Dan Greer with Insurance Advisors Direct, and we're very excited today to discuss the partnership between Insurance Advisors Direct and Michigan Agency Partners. We have been working together for almost 3 years now, and it's been a very exciting journey. We are Insurance Advisors Direct is the official life and health partner for Michigan Agency Partners and their ISMs. And so it's my great pleasure this morning to talk about the opportunities that are out there for property and casualty agents on the life and health side of the business. So that's what we're going to be digging into today. And again, there's my contact information. I'm the lead contact person at Insurance Advisors Direct for Michigan Agency Partners ISMs. So many of you know me. Some of you that are joining us today may not know me, but I look forward to working with you in the future. And so today we're going to talk about some different opportunities for you on the life and health side of the business. I believe in the property and casualty side of the business, there's a lot of discussion going out there about cross-selling and rounding out your clients. And if you've been in the business for any portion of time, you're probably aware that the more policies you can place with your client, the more likely they are to stay with you. And just a side note for those who may be just getting to know us and what this is all about, this vision to help the property and casualty agents with Medicare mainly is how this started. Again, if you've been insuring someone's home and auto, for example, for 10 years, and now all of a sudden they're aging into Medicare, and they come to you, their trusted advisor, and say, geez, Dan, I'm turning 65. I'm getting bombarded with all this mail, phone calls. Shoot, I got people knocking on my door. What do I do? And if you're not able to help them, you know, for example, if I was the PNC agent and you were my client and I threw my hands in the air and said, well, geez, I don't do that. Now my client has just lost a little bit of trust in me. They have to go down the street, and folks, the agency down the street may be doing it all. And if they help them with the Medicare supplement, what's the next thing they're going to ask? Hey, what are you doing for your home and auto? So now you've opened the door to lose that client. And we just don't want to see that happening. And we have several options for you on how to keep those clients. So let's get into the senior market here. Huge opportunity, as there are over 13,000 people turning 65 every day in this country right now. And this number is going to continue to increase until at least 2026. It could even go beyond that. And then at that time, in only 6 years from now, we'll have 18,000 people turning 65 every day in this country. The number of Medicare eligibles in the country is going to more than double in that short period of time. And oh, by the way, the agents that work in this market, they're aging, getting up there in age too, and maybe they want to slow down or even retire fully. So we don't have enough agents, and so you have a built-in lead source in your book of business. And we'll get into that a little bit further as we go along here. Going to try to keep this to around 30 or 40 minutes today so we don't take up your whole day. So with Medicare, that is mainly people 65 and above, although there are people that get Medicare from the government who are medically disabled before the age of 65. And the Medicare that comes from the government, Part A and B, there's still things that you are responsible for. It doesn't cover everything. And so this is where we come in. Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage plans, prescription drug plans, and then we have a group retiree Medicare plan as well for your commercial clients. These products here fill in the gaps that Part A and B of Medicare do not cover. And everybody needs to get something, and the best thing is different for everyone. So a lot of options. Let's see here. So we have, there's a little bit on Medicare here. The next opportunity is the under 65 health insurance market. People who are under 65, if they don't get benefits from their employer for health, they have to go into the marketplace, the Affordable Care Act. And we all know that there are many disadvantages with the Affordable Care Act. For one thing, it's not affordable. The premiums are very high, and so are the deductibles. And why is that? It's because they are accepting all risks. There's no underwriting. It's guaranteed acceptance. So no matter what your health conditions are, you can get an Affordable Care Act plan. And unfortunately, you cannot customize these benefits. It's one size fits all. I mean, you do have a few options. Basically, how much are you going to pay? And again, you get what you pay for with insurance, just like anything else in life. But unfortunately, it's going to cover everything under the sun, whether you need it or not. For example, myself, I don't really need coverage for labor and delivery of a child. But if I go with an Affordable Care Act plan, I'm going to be paying for that. And there's little to no benefit until you meet your deductible. Most people are healthy. They never meet that deductible, so they're really getting very little or no use out of that plan. And, oh, by the way, if you sell that kind of plans, the Affordable Care Act plans, you get very little commission. So we have alternatives to the ACA. First of all, let me just remind you, if you didn't know this, the individual mandate or the penalty for not having an ACA compliant plan has been eliminated, effective with January 1st, 2019. So it's been eliminated for a while. More and more people are starting to realize they're not required to have that kind of insurance. And I want you to be able to be the person who explains to them what their alternatives are. So they have that freedom to choose, and we have plans that can save people 30 to 60% on their premiums, essentially no deductibles, and they can customize their benefit to the wants, needs, budgets, even risk tolerance. So, and yes, the great news for agents is you get paid way better on these types of policies. So there's a whole nother market for you. And again, you probably have people in your P&C book of business that you could help. So the next opportunity for this one, I'm going to welcome my colleague who specializes in life, annuities, and final expense plans, Bernard Jeter with Insurance Advisors Direct. We're going to have him talk to us about those products for just a couple of minutes here. And then we'll show you some other concepts and ideas as to how to market these things. And then we're hoping that we'll have a testimonial here towards the end of our presentation from one of our Michigan agency partner ISMs who has really revolutionized his business using the life and health market. So Bernard, if you want to go ahead and take over, give us some good wisdom on life and final expense and annuities.
All right. Thank you, Dan. Good morning, everyone. And as, Dan stated, we are a full-service FMO. So not only do we work with the senior market, we do work with the under 65 market. And of course, being a property and casualty agent, and I was also a property and casualty agent, and one of the biggest things is that is cross-selling. And then Dan was stating earlier, it's a great way for property and casualty agents to retain their customers. So we know that property and casualty can be kind of volatile with, auto insurance. Folks jump from one company to another company thinking they're going to get the best rate, which isn't always the case. But offering more options for your clients, studies show you retain that book of business. So one way of doing that is with life insurance for folks that need life insurance. So every customer that comes into your office or every customer you talk on the phone, you just ask that question, do you have life insurance? And then you go into, and we have fact finders that you'll be able to fill out that information and run a quote for your client. So that's the biggest thing. So on every call, every sale, you ask for if they have life insurance. They don't, best way for you to go into your cross-selling spiel. So here we have the carriers that we offer for, like I say, full service. We have annuities, final expense for folks that whose health conditions aren't the best, and as well as traditional life, term universal, index universal, and whole life products. So we have everything that will fit the clients in your book of business. One thing I'd like to touch on is folks, and I know I was big when I was sold property and casualty is commercial insurance. Now, what I did, I sold a lot of group of worksite plans as well as annuity SEP IRAs to those folks, because a lot of those commercial owners were individual, either they owned lawn service or some type of janitorial or something of that nature. And it was easy to because they needed the worksite plans or some type of retirement plan. And as we stated before, the little fact finders, we have our life and final expense quoting sheets. They're easy to use. Just gather that information, and then in a matter of minutes, because you can't do the sale right there, you can't do the quoting right there, but once you gather that information, you can go back, run the quote, or either you can give myself a call, I'll run the quote, and then you call your client back with the illustration. So, that's pretty much what we do here. It's an easy task. Like I said, I've done it for several years when I was offering property and casualty and did fairly well with it. So, and like I say, that's what we're here to do, help you guys simplify your selling success. All right.
Bernard, thank you very much for joining us here today. And why don't you stick around? Can you stick around in case there's any questions at the end, please?
Yep, I'll mute myself and listen to everything else that's going on.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bernard. Great job. So on the, there's other products that you can cross-sell, which we can provide, a whole bunch of other ancillary products. You can certainly, again, use your book of business or your new prospects as they come in and be a full-service agent, okay? You don't have to be the expert, like Bernard was just saying. We're here to support you. We can provide quotes. We'll help you. Maybe you're not even life and health licensed. We are a full-service brokerage, and we can help you all the way through the process if that's what you want to do. Or, and we'll get into these options a little bit more. you can simply refer people to us, and we'll give you a referral bonus if we write the business. Pretty much all of the companies we work with have online quoting and enrollment. We have accident, critical illness, cancer, disability, income, dental and vision, and more products that you can use to expand and enhance your business. For example, if you write a motorcycle policy, why wouldn't you offer that person an accident policy as well? Cancer only. It'd be a great addition to every home policy. We can give you brochures. You can have them sitting on your desk, or you can email them out to folks. We can get your logo put on them. And for scant dollars, I believe the one cancer only policy I like to use is under $32 for the whole family, and they can have up to 10 children on that policy. So why wouldn't you offer disability income with every auto policy, for example? Mix and match them. You don't have to do it exactly the way I said here. We have a top 10 list. We have all kinds of tools and resources that you can use. It will help you. Will help train you and get you going. So let's see, how much could you add to your earnings here. So if you took and sold 10 of those cancer only policies for the month, that would add up to $17,000 in additional commission for you for the year. If you could sell 10 accident plans a month, that's $18,000, almost $19,000 for you for the year. What if you sold 5 Medicare supplements per month? That's an additional $15,000. Plus, folks, as you all know, you get your renewals on this stuff. So it's a pretty fantastic opportunity. And there's 2 ways to do it, as I mentioned earlier. 2 options for you to grow your revenue. Number 1 is the referral option. You simply refer your clients to us. We do all the work, and you get a referral bonus. And we do have several Michigan agency partners, ISMs, that are currently using this method. I currently have, I'm working on a life insurance quote, as a matter of fact, right now, for a MAP ISM. So once that policy gets written and the commissions come in, then I will send that agent a nice referral bonus for that. Okay? Option number 2, we can get you or your in-house person trained, licensed, contracted, and you get to keep all the commissions, including renewals, once you're properly contracted and certified. Now, some areas of Medicare do require additional certification beyond the licensing and contracting. This can be a little bit of a pain in the neck. However, that's, again, something we're here to assist with. All right, let's see. So, for example, here's some of our sales tools. Basically, pretty much any line of products, we have a sales kit for it. So we have tools, resources. We're going to do everything we can to help you. We want you to be successful. So here's an example of one of those sales tools. Now, these numbers I don't believe are current, but just to give you an idea here, we have quoting tools, and we can look up for different zip codes what the most competitive rates are across the state. And there, as you can see, the state's kind of broken into 3 areas. And so we look up, and we are constantly updating this because, the rates do change on a somewhat regular basis. And so that's just another example. Here's examples of our Medicare supplement carriers. This is just to name a few. And then we have under 65 health insurance companies that we use. We have several to choose from. And then here's another listing of some of our life and final expense and annuity carriers. Again, these are more of the preferred Michigan agency partners, preferred carriers. And then we also have the group retiree Medicare plans through Senior's Choice. Now, the beautiful thing about this is it's a great tool for your commercial businesses if you're working in that space, and I know Michigan Agency Partners likes you to do that. This is a amazing group Medicare plan. You only need one life actually for a group. So if you have a small business, mom and pop kind of thing, just maybe even if it's a husband and wife only, you only have to have one life. And then that opens up great options, which is way more affordable than your standard traditional Medicare Advantage-based group plan. This one here is Senior's Choice is based on Medigap type plans. So if you don't know the difference of that, we can discuss later. Medicare Advantage carriers. You know, what we do at IAD, we are constantly researching carriers and their products because we want our agents to have plans with the most attractive benefits and rates because that's what people are going to go with, correct? So these are our top Medicare Advantage carriers right now, and this is a very competitive market. These plans are getting better and better each year because there's so many new people getting on these plans. And that's kind of why you see guys like Joe Namath on TV all the time selling this stuff, you know. All righty, let's see here. Here's a full list of our carriers. The ones in bold, those are Michigan Agency Partners preferred carriers. So those are the ones we would probably want to get started on, and then we can also, you can use any of these carriers that you want to use, but that's just an example. All righty. Again, this kind of covers the full gamut of all the different types of products we have available, even short-term care, long-term care. We haven't talked about those yet. But again, that's giving you an example there. Here is a screen showing our IAD quoting tool, insurancetoolsportal.com/IAD. We offer this as a free service to any agent contracted with at least one company with us. You can quote Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, final expense, and it's a great tool. Hospital indemnity also. And here is, again, our website, which you see at the bottom of the page, iadbrokerage.com. We are in the process of enhancing that even further and making it another great resource for you agents out there. Now, I had hoped that my friend Adam Wallace would be able to join us today and give a short testimonial about how he pretty much revolutionized his book of business. And I'll just give a short story. I know he had an appointment scheduled this morning that he could not avoid. So basically, Adam and his partner had a financial advising and P&C shop. And because they're in a very stable financial area, they started realizing that their book of business was aging into Medicare. And right at that time was when we reached out to him about our services. And so he was able to, in the 2.5 years or so here that he's been involved in writing Life and Health, I'm pretty sure he's been able to write well over 200 policies for Medicare and under 65 business. So we're really proud of Adam. He's very happy about it all. And, maybe we can hear from him on upcoming webinars. We also want to make sure, hopefully everyone who is joining us today will be able to attend the MAP annual event up at Soaring Eagle Casino in May. We will be there. We will be having a booth as we always do. And we're very excited this year that we'll be having a breakout session on Monday afternoon, the day prior of the actual event. And so you will be able to sign up for that and get to know us, meet us, and we're looking forward to that event. We always have a nice time up there. And so now Bernard and myself, we will be your main contacts at IAD, and then Jason McClellan, he is our president and CEO. He is the boss, and he has been in this business for almost 30 years. His father has been in the business over 40 years. We just have a wealth of experience in our offices, and the relationships that are built throughout the industry are just amazing. So we would love to be able to help you guys with any of your needs. And at this point, I guess I would open it up for questions if anyone wants to type in any questions. I don't see any yet, but we'll give you a moment or two here at least if you would like to. And for those of you that are attending today that we already have a relationship with, we really appreciate you. We want to offer a higher level of training and support to you this coming year. That's really our commitment. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys continue to grow. I know it works. We've seen it work. And I think you'll be well pleased. We're not saying it's easy, folks. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it, right? So, but for that extra work, I think you could end up being greatly rewarded financially. And as we all know in this business, helping our folks, our prospects, our clients, really is what brings us great joy and satisfaction in life. Yes, we like to get paid, though, too. We got to pay those bills. Any further questions while we're waiting to see if there are? Bernard, do you have any final thoughts?
No, sir. I just want to thank everybody for attending. And like I say, we're here to simplify your success.
Absolutely. Well said, Bernard. That's what it's all about. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the webinar. We thank you. You have a great day, great weekend. Hopefully spring is around the corner. And we look forward to working with you guys in the future. Please feel free to reach out. And have a great day.
All right. Take care, everyone.